everybody. Welcome back. Couple repods and divisions that I did out here. Another cephalotus that I had in my room outside, looking good as of, it's been out here like almost a week now. The cephalotus that's been outside has some growth starting for the spring and the rest looking like garbage, but that's expected. A lot of the temperate sundews have come back. Banata was a very short dormancy, did not last very long, and the Tracii, a very much longer dormancy, but I think it's also very much warmer where they're from. This plant, just never skipping a beat, smelling amazing. I love this. This is one of my favorite of the stickies. It just, the dew glistens probably the most, and it smells phenomenal. It is just amazing. We have a couple of changes in the, actually not a couple, a lot of changes in the greenhouse. I have done a lot since the last time we have talked. As you notice that there are some plants hanging now. Let me get this. Boom. Some plants hanging now. So we got the TM platy hanging right here. Its bigger picture is back here. Look at how nice, and it's a nice plant. Woody, good color, not too huge, but really nice pitcher size. Growing a new one. Next to it is TM Eddie, also growing a new pitcher back there. Very fast on that new pitcher. Look at this one. So I moved this pitcher out of the way of the new leaf, just so it would not bother the new leaf. Oh, well, let's just leave it like that. I don't want to dump out any more of its fluid into the media. But nevertheless, look at how amazing it's looking. New leaf also looking great, and then Neb looking so good. We have so many great looking plants. The light is not the best at this angle for this plant. Let me see if I can, boom, spin into the light. A little bit better. Really love Neb. It's looking really good. Getting interesting now. It just does the thing where it holds on. Look at it. It had to find its little spot and hold on. That's how they go. We have some amazing looking, like the jambon. I had it over there, moved it over here just because there's a little bit more wind. It's growing some nice uppers. It's a little sad for a second, but then I think it was just because it was pushing through the basil. So basil obviously has a bunch of pitchers, and the vine has a bunch of pitchers, and I cut that basil, and it's rooted, definitely rooted, because it's standing up on its own, and it's growing a pitcher. The pitcher's down there. But also Veitchii M hanging up, just because this plant is beautiful and I just want to look at it more. I wanted to put the ones that I wanted to look at a little bit more up, but I'm going to get more hooks because I have more space for hooks. I really like the hanging. I think I'm going to do a lot more hanging. I had no hanging, and so I think that I'm going to expand the hanging. I'm going to get some more of this stuff and then drape it in between here, and then I could do, like, you know, I could think about how many more plants I could fit hanging from right here. So that's, and like, you know, hanging down here, because it's like I have these big guys, can't really put another table in here, and this is throwing the thing up. But look at how big this leaf is. Look at how, look, this leaf alone, and it's not even fully opened yet. Look, like, I unfortunately took off the tendril. This was going to be the next pitcher that is growing, but I mean, look at how big this leaf is too. I'm big. My hand is, I'm 6'3", so I just want to put that in just perspective. This one. Look at, if you want to see something nasty, there's a rat in here, or not a rat, it's a mouse. Let's see if I can zoom in. I won't zoom in just because it's nasty. It's looking gross, but it doesn't smell like anything. You know, you would think it would smell like something, but it doesn't really smell like anything. And then then down here we have so many growth points. Look at the basil on this plant. The basil leaf is bigger than most plants just get. So it has, I think, 9 or 8 growth points started. So that's really exciting. So we'll see how big this gets this spring. I have a feeling I won't have enough room for it. Just, I mean, this leaf, one more leaf that way, and you're in the corner. And same with Raja Rob. I mean, look at this leaf. This leaf is massive. This is the newest leaf on my, and then the next, you can see that the next one's gonna be crazy too, like how big the growth point is. This is the last picture on it. It skipped a leaf for some reason. I don't know, maybe because I repotted it. After the repot, it just skipped this leaf. But I don't think this one definitely looking healthy. And the color on this leaf is beautiful. And then Sibuanensis right next to it, which I also just repotted. I repotted a bunch of plants. Same with this Maxima Sib Ephipiata, which has this, oh, gorgeous. This is an intermediate right here. Look at how much nectar it has. It just shows you how happy. It's so woody. But it's gonna make me uppers, you can tell. I gotta do yoga in this greenhouse now. It's growing 2 pitchers at once, both uppers on this nice big vine. And it was in like maybe a 6-inch pot. So it's now in an 8-inch, bigger, deeper pot. It was in one of those, like that Velosa is in. Well, since we're down here, let's talk about all this stuff down here, because I don't want to stand back up. It's kind of a pain. So I've got 2 Velosas, or a Velosa that came with 2 Velosas, and then 2 growth and a grow point. This is from Alpenglow. It's a BCP Velosa. I'm not gonna lie, they did not really have roots or anything, so they kind of look like shit. So they're in the bag, but the bag was opened. It's not fully closed bag. It's not that bad, so you know they got that going for them. So I'm just trying to get this arranged because I want this, because you know when they're this, you know, you can fuck them up, and I don't want to fuck it up next to this guy because it's so big. This is the newest Peltata Truncata Eddie pitcher. See, it doesn't fit in the frame unless I'm like a billion miles away from it. This is already, I guess that was 0.7. This is 0.5. So now it might fit. Okay, so it fits. But you're getting down my cleavage too. Woohoo! But look at this Ferrostome. You can't make this up. And just and it's nice and woody. Obviously it's eating that rat like it's no problem. Or not, it's a rat, it's a gopher. The cat at my work caught it and gave it to us as a gift. So I, with kind heart, use his gift, plant, and the plant happy. A lot of these plants are happy. They were not happy, now happy. So make me happy. Specifically, I'm noticing that my sunlight is being blocked on one of my plants by the Sibuanensis that I moved. So, oh wait, no, it was me. I was the culprit. So this is Attenboreae Raja. Has been sad for a long time. Don't know why. Just think it was too warm in here maybe. I had the shade cloth off and I don't know, I don't think a lot of them liked it. Diabolica. One of the few of my Highlanders that has a picture still from the no shade cloth days. It kind of cooked them all. Hamada is making a picture. I've moved them down here because it was too warm, a little bit too bright, but you can see that they still get the sunlight. Comes in at the angle up there. So just because they're down here doesn't mean that they're not really getting the sun. These ones are dark because I'm blocking it. I'm in the way. But Sibuanensis, look, I repotted it. It's making picture there. It's making another picture over there. My seed-grown Macrophylla after I did a hard repot, look at its whole leaf is just black. That looks sad. But then this new leaf is so healthy, so that makes me really happy. My clone tea just popped this guy the other day, and then it was growing another pitcher at the same time. Obviously, it's not open yet, but my Attenboreii, you can see its leaves were like, oh, I'm sad, too much light. Now they're starting to get a little better, I think. Even though this leaf was down here, just looking like that. So I don't know, but it's growing me a nice new pitcher. Its last pitcher was a little wonky, but I fertilized. I put a little Osmocote in it, and now you can see that the tips. You know, you can kind of tell by the tip, and just like how swollen they are and how healthy they look. Like these guys are definitely gonna pitch. Like those are definitely pitchers. Like I don't know, you can just tell. Same, like did a hard repot on this little Velosa too, and so you can see where I did it. That leaf went black. I guess they just do that when you do a hard repot. They were in coconut, and I don't really like them in coconut, and made them in a much rockier mix. So hopefully the leaves stop looking like that, because the temperatures were too high and the sun was too high. The BE Velosa is starting to look better too. So I think this is gonna make a good recovery this spring, because I have a way better evaporative cooler. I had a stupid Fever one, and like it worked, and like it kept the temps down last summer, but I'm feeling like I have everything locked in right now. These are all little baby macros that I got in trade. They're seed grown, so that's pretty cool. They're from a guy not called Kang. This is the Eddie, Atten Eddie is making a comeback. I can say, like, I mean, let's do a full on inspection here. I mean, I think it's looking like shit, but I think it's gonna get better, and I think that we're gonna thrive, because everything I've put down here is just looking better. Like, because Raja Eddie I think it was a little too warm too, which is weird, because some of my other hybrids just weren't. But I think it's just the sunlight just makes the soil too hot. Same with this TM that I have from AW. So I just, locking in on the Highlanders, Ultra Highlanders kind of a thing, because I've gotten a lot of the other, like, I just knew it was temps. And also just a little bit rockier soil, Rajas. So I got this is the Nepgod one, and that I got from Tyler on Instagram. And then this is the BE one that has just a stupid amount of basils, and it won't stop basiling. It just won't grow because it's always basiling. So I don't know. Maybe in like fucking 30 years, the basiling one will finally get to normal size. But I think, it'll have 30 basils. So Bush, Raja, or one, So you get one, you get the other. It's just how it goes. So now we're up here. I don't have to do yoga anymore. It took me 13 minutes just to get to the yoga part. But look at how many great things that we have up here. All the Eddie seedlings are really, like, I really want to show these off. Sorry, that leaf was in the way of that one. You can see it's looking tiny, but it's still alive, so that's what matters. That's that one. I did full repots, or took them out of the media. They were growing little plugs. You can see the plugs in the media. Some of them happy. Some of them did that, where they wonky leaved. But who cares? It's alive. I have a lot that are very happy. This one, I have a feeling is going to grow me a very nice pitcher. I'm going to see traits on it. This one's recovering. This one's looking really nice and has really good traits too. Kind of like the speckling of the red on there. Red mouth, yellow body. So you can see some of them are tiny. This one looking a little better. Green though. Sorry, I don't need to go through all the individual traits, but there's some that definitely have better traits than others, and you can see that some of them are tiny. So hopefully the tiny ones pull through, and hopefully the ones with good traits keep the good traits. But honestly, I think I have to say my cherry-picked favorite one is probably this one. I think that's going to be one of the better ones. But you never know. You can never. I mean, because like this one's also pretty good too. So we'll see. You got a 2. I think 2 have 2 growth points, so that's pretty sweet. Let's see if I can find one. I think one's right here. 2 growth points. There's another one somewhere, but who cares? God, this is. I feel a feeling this is like fungus. I don't know, because it. Well, I don't know if it's the sunlight at this point, because it threw this leaf off after not much sunlight. So I'm put it in much more path of air, and I'm gonna hope it gets better, because I think it's been pitchering. Can't be that bad if it's throwing a pitcher off this leaf. It's like, sorry. But look at this Regia. I think I'm doing really good. Fertilize the fuck out of this plant. I think that's the key. Because like, I haven't even had this a year, and mine's bigger than some people that have had it for like a long time. So lots of Osmocote in the soil, and then I spray it with a foliar fertilizer like once a week. But then also I got the Snappies Plants fertilizer, works great on this. And then also I've got the Cross Exotics one that I just started using like a week ago, and I've been, because that's a soil fertilizer versus the leaf one, because the Snappies one doesn't have any like copper or iron or like, that kind of stuff in it. And I had a feeling like the leaves on some of my plants were not looking the best. And a month ago I put like Osmocote, like 1 or 2 Osmocote pellets in the soil, and I really noticed a difference on the plants. And so I was like, maybe this Cross Exotics fertilizer would be good to use every once in a while as well. So I've been using that, and you can tell like the new leaves, I mean, it's only been like 2 weeks, but I think in 2 weeks you can really see color change on leaves. And I think that especially the new growth that I've seen, has been looking really healthy. And also the pitcher, like this Macrophylla or Truncata Macrophylla pitcher is growing so fast, and it's gonna be so big. Like I really wanted to move that pot back there, because I made some space with the hanging pots, because I kind of really want to be able to see my VGI-A and VGI-C. They're starting to hit their strides. I kind of hid them back there. You know how VGI are, they're ugly. I mean, look at it. This is like, it's got nice leaves, but this picture is not anything to look at yet. But look at this tub. I have a feeling this D is going to be absolutely amazing, because of the colors, just blasting it with light too, just to keep that red. But even without that red, it has a really nice dark green. The red that it gets is definitely the best out of any of the VGI. This is a nice little gift that I got from Tyler when I got the Raja, because I did buy that in November, and he just didn't ship it because it was cold, because he lives in Colorado, and I totally understand. It's literally snowing and shitty there. And so he said, as a thank you, here is some moss and a plant. And so, as you can see, this is, I had no idea what it was. He did not send it with a tag. But after asking him, he said it is a Lowii campanulata crossed with Lowii campanulata, which I think you can't go wrong with that. I think that's actually going to be insane. The color is already just like, I am so excited for that plant. Like I really wanted a Lowii campanula, and I think that the only thing that could be better is if you cross that with like Attenboreii, just to really prolongate that open mouth. I really love that big open mouth that Lowii kind of adds to stuff in there. It's hybrids, same with TM. Really love how TM does it, because it's a little less pronounced, but the 2D. So I'm thinking that cross with that Lowii campanulata F2 is going to be great. This is going to be so killer. Attenboreii up here, other one. This is after, I don't know. I moved it. It was here. And then I moved it there. Smaller picture. These plants are really like, you really move them a couple inches and they get sad. This one, I don't know. This one also threw a smaller picture. I think it's also because the shade cloth thing, it was being blasted with more light. One of the few plants that didn't mind it was that Atten, which is crazy. The other Atten really hated it. So it just goes to show you, same plant, same species, just different requirements. There's a basil of this guy, which is growing really nice and good. It's going good, but let me see if I can see it. Oh, no, not quite yet. Oh, she is squat. She is squat. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can see that, but she is squat. So that is exciting to see. I'm gonna hang that plant up, I think, because it needs to be in the limelight. It is so gorgeous, and I know that it's not gonna care about being warmer up. Because my main thing was, like, are they gonna care? I don't think I don't know. From here to here, I think that it's such a small greenhouse, especially with the evaporative cooler now, and it's right in the way of the. If anything, you get more fog. I should put the more like ones with the teeth up here, just to catch all that nice mist. Raja Loei is gonna make a big one right there, and then this is my Nepgod Raja Loei, and it has 2 basils, which is super cool, but it is slowing it down a little bit. But I did repot it. It was in a smaller pot, and I think it's gonna really like Raja. You know, they got the big root systems. And then this is the other Raja Loei, which I also repotted. It was in coconut and just never really grew very good for me, just because I don't think anything that I've had in coconut really grows very good for me. And so I repotted it. Like, I think everything I have that was in coconut is out of coconut except for one plant, just because it's the only plant that's actually, because it was doing so bad for so long and now it's good and it's doing good. So I just keeping it is this one, single on a burbed. And look at how crappy that mix is. It's just like, it's such a shit ass mix, and it's like there's missing chunks. Like, it was like the worst PRE mix too, like not even full in the pot. And it finally, like, it was so unhappy for the longest time, and then finally it's just like, it just put it over here, it leaned over and threw off some nice pictures. Like, look at this. Like, no picture in forever just to do this, which was one of the main ones of the last update that I showed you guys. Here is my Aristo Berkei, which just has really good colors and a really good Aristo shape. So this is the BE one. Look at that. Look at how tubby and nice that is. So maybe I move that, like, I don't know. I had it over, maybe I move it back over here, because it does fit over here. I like it over here. I like this plant. My girlfriend got me this plant. She said, I like it because it's tubby and it has your name in it, because my name's Burke. So she didn't even know that Berkei existed before that, but it's very nice that she went shopping for me. These two I won in a giveaway on Instagram. These are Maxima Wavy Leaf crossed with Veitchii Candy Dreams. So that'll be interesting. Probably really hardy. Could probably grow those on the windowsill, but for now, greenhouse. Truncata Eddie. I know we're not really going in order right now and like anything, but I have a mental idea of where we are. But look at this. The teeth are phenomenal. And then right next to this, so my predatory plants truncatas are finally putting on some size. I mean, look at the picture to leaf ratio on this guy. So these guys are going to be repot. These are next up on the chopping block to get repot. So I already know that when I do it, they're going to explode and I'm going to run out of room. Where's the other one? Right here. I think that, I'm not going to lie, I like the other one better. Temples, I think this is the one that has the EP's truncata in it. And the shape of the picture, I don't like as much as this one. This one is much larger. So I have a feeling that, or maybe this is, never mind. This is the one with the EP, Titan Truncata C. And then this is the other one. But never mind, Truncata CX Truncata. So they're both Truncata C, which are the giant from EP. EP's giant is Truncata C. At least that's what I think. Someone in the comments tell me if I'm wrong. This is a Berkei villosa that I got seed grown from Jeremiah Harris. I saw it was on auction, and as my name being Burke, and I love villosa, thought it's gonna be great. Gotta get it. I already have I got the vent villosa, but I have a feeling this is gonna be way better coloring. But Ventricosa Black X villosa is gonna be great too. Like, I don't think either are gonna be bad. It's just gonna be that Berkei. That Berkei just has this really nice. It's just vibrant. I love it. And then Keneb villosa. Seed grown, got both two of them. And then this is gonna be great. These are Jeff Wong crossed with Candy Dreams. So Vichii, this is gonna be crazy. The coloring is gonna be wild. I got 20 of those. And so I'm super excited. I only put them in here like a week ago, so nothing yet. So check back, and we'll see. Something this, look at this. It's a McDonald Day flower. And I don't know if this one's making seeds. I don't think so. I low-key don't think so, because the tips are going a little brown. But I'm going to try my best to pollinate this one. I need to figure it out how to do it, but I think I need to collect like the first flower, save the pollen for the next two. So the first one I'm not going to get to pollinate, but because I don't have any pollen, I might get some pollen. So we'll see. Cause look at this Mac. Look at the colors. And then this is, I'm gonna divide this and give this to my buddy Ray. And then I also have these through this giant McDonald Day. Unfortunately, this one decided it is going to die. I still have two of the four, so we're down to 50% on that one, unfortunately. And I still have a bunch of Heterodaxa minors. So, but I'm gonna go, there's a local nursery that has their anniversary, and they've invited me to speak at it. And I will be there on this Friday, to be speaking about carnivorous plants, bringing in some of my collection to show it off, and also just to get people excited about carnivorous plants, and then also educate some people about them as well. Here's my Burbigiae. This plant is so happy. It's never, it was growing the second I got it, which is great. And people say they're slow. To me, it's faster than a lot of my other plants, but I got it at a pretty big size, so it's like, that's how it is. Like, plants this size and this size take forever, but then once they get here, you're golden. They grow so much faster. You're like, boom, they're max size like instantly after that. It's dumb. Like, 1 second they're tiny and the next second they're huge. Once they get like here, like it's only a few months off. Like, I mean, it's like one leaf and then 1, 2, 3. Like, you can see, it's like this next leaf is almost this leaf. And then I'm just rambling. Let's see if we can see any more cool plants. This is my K Cross M. I have it nestled in such a way that I get to see the new picture really good. So unfortunately, this one gets to hide back there. But you can see it has really nice striping, really nice shape. Got a nice red body, or reddish body. So I like that one. I like that. You know, first I was gonna sell it. No one bought it. Sucks to be you guys. It was a good one. And then here is, look at this. Look at this Stoic Emperor picture. Look at that. Look at that. Look at how big that is. That is dummy big. Dummy big. And then here is my Raja Burbed, which I think is Raja Burb. Velosa. But it's growing a new pitcher. 2 actually. It's got, I think it's Velosa just because look at the leaves. The leaves are Velosa leaves. Those are Velosa shaped leaves. Those aren't Eddie shaped leaves. And Raja shaped, like Raja Loia, like I don't know. Velosa. Because look at this. Because if we go over here, I know these are small eddies, but look. The eddy leaf is that oblong shape, which they keep that oblong shape. Look at the Velosa leaf. Look at Velosa leaf. Velosa leaf look like that. Kind of weird. Kind of not super. Kind of that weird flat shape. Not weird flat, but look, it's that shape. Call me crazy. But I think that's, I think that my VGI-A is about to hit its stride, and same with my VGI-C. They're both about to hit their stride, big leaves. Same with D. So super excited about that. Atten Loei also doing great. I think that this next update, this one's good. This next one's going to be the killer one, though. Same with the plants in my room, which we can actually maybe go and just check them. Ignore what you see on the way there, though. Oh no, I've left the water on. I knew I was going to do that. So I have a grow tent right there that I have a few things. I have my Mapulu entis in. I've got like Bill Bailey cuttings, and I leave it open, like kind of open air. And then here is the stuff that I'm growing in my room. So I repotted this. This is a predatory plants plant, and it's doing really good. As you can see, it is as tall as me. I'm 6'3", and it's literally to my height. The pot gives it a little boost, but here's my kingdom. That is Queen Cthulhu, and then I got some Elierse and Cyclosecta and Gigantea and a bunch of little sundews because they just seed in here. And then my Catopsis is seeding, and it has a bunch of little pups growing, so whenever hopefully the seeds are ripe soon. And then my Brachinias, Reducta and Hectoides. This is Hectoides, that's Reducta. And they both have pups growing. So that's pretty cool, the pups over there. Here is a Veitchii. This is Veitchii Barrio cross Brigviana Trismaniensis. You can kind of see the TM and stuff in there. So I think it's going to get better. I think it's got a couple basils growing. I was trying to sell that one too, but I don't. It's a hardy plant. I think I'm just gonna keep it because I think it's gonna have nice teeth and everything. Here is one of the vent Robs. There's a better one hidden back there. It's big. It's looking really good, actually. I have to say, if I can pull it out. Oh my gosh! Look at this. Look at this plant. Who would have thought it would be this nice with that white? Look at the striping. It's really nice. So I'm really happy that I have that plant. Vent Rob, phenomenal. Here's my Veitchii. This is Valiant Voyage. Let me get in here. It's, of course, all of the newest pictures. This is what they do. They hide them. Look at this. Look at how hidden this is. I can barely even see this, and it's so green because it's not really in the sun, but the next one is going to be right here, so I'll get to enjoy it. But as you can see, he's growing up the wall, and look at this big leaf. Look at that big leaf. So very excited about that plant because, as you can see, this is another one that I can just see from my bed. And then I have this LBV, so Loei Veitchii Boschiana Fogelii. The lighting got all whack. Dark plant. And then here's my truncata lingulata. It got a little bit bigger. Leaf jumps, just no pictures. So I don't know. Maybe it needs to go back into the greenhouse to get happy. I thought the truncata was going to be able to make it chug on the windowsill. I mean, it's 65% humidity, so I don't know. I don't think it's the humidity. Nevertheless, we have Ventricosa villosa, Ventricosa Eddie, which actually has a nice picture, so I'm going to turn it so you can see it. I just repotted it. And of course, as Ventricosa fashion, it didn't care. If anything, it's just doing great. Same with the Vent villosa. You can kind of see. And then here is Veitchii Puamore Eddie. It was struggling in the greenhouse because I was bumping into it and it needed a bigger pot, and I decided move it here and I'll have it be on the windowsill. And I've been enjoying, I mean, if anyone wants to buy it, $200, but it's doing really good. We have an Vent Atten, look at that. And then it's also got a basil. And then my Vent Macro right here. Really like that. And it's got 2 basils incoming. And I did something where I put pings in the plant pots, because why not? Keep the plants down. Hopefully, if anyone knows why the plant leaves would look like this. Is that, I don't know if it's fungus or, I mean, there's good airflow in here. So I couldn't tell you, but I think they're starting to look better now. But I repotted it. So maybe it was just a repotting stress, because it was pretty hard to repot. The roots were kind of tangled up in other stuff, so I really untangled the roots. But that's kind of it's kind of the plants, you know. And so they're looking really good. And oh man, this stupid vine is so long, it just flops all over the place. Hard to keep it steady. There we go. Got some leaf jumps. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. It's a long one today, so if you bared with me, thank you.